You fix one problem, and another shows up wearing a new mask. Different job, same kind of boss. Different relationship, same argument. Different bad luck, same ending. And after a while, you start calling it random. But here's the uncomfortable idea. Most random problems aren't random at all. They're patterns, and the hidden cause is usually not out there. It's the inner frame you're running, before the event even happens. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you what the inner frame actually is, why willpower rarely breaks repeating cycles, and a simple calibration method you can use today to change the pattern at the source. Because in Hermetic terms, you're not fighting life, you're wrestling the effect, and the lever is upstream. Let's make this concrete. Think of a problem that keeps coming back. Maybe money stress, maybe feeling disrespected, maybe anxiety that spikes for no reason. Maybe you keep procrastinating and then panicking. Maybe you attract the same dynamic with different people. Now here's the first move. Don't analyze the story. Track the repetition. Quick exercise. In your mind, pull up the last 3 times this problem happened. Not the details, just the pattern. What set it off? What did you assume it meant? What did you do next? What did you feel afterward? If you do this honestly, something weird happens. The situation changes. But your sequence doesn't. That sequence is the signature of a hidden cause. And once you can see the sequence, you stop being surprised by the outcome. Hermetic teaching frames this with a simple law. Every effect has a cause. And chance is often just a name we give to a cause we haven't noticed yet. On the surface, life looks like a series of events. A message, a delay, a comment, a bill, a rejection, a coincidence. But on a deeper layer, there's a chain. Even something like a dice roll feels random until you remember the angle, the force, the spin, the surface, the air. All of it is cause. It's not magic. It's mechanics. Now apply the same logic inward. Your mind and body also run mechanics. Attention, interpretation, expectation, emotional state. And those mechanics quietly shape what you notice and what you ignore. They shape how you respond, what you choose, what you tolerate, and what you repeat. So the question becomes, what is the cause you're carrying into the room? Before the room even speaks? That's the inner frame. When I say inner frame, I don't mean positive thinking. I mean something more precise. Think of it as 4 dials that are always set to something. 1. Mood. Your baseline emotional weather. Not the emotion you claim to feel, the one your body is broadcasting. Tight jaw, shallow breath, heavy chest, restless stomach, low energy, sharp energy. Mood changes your decisions before you think. Same email, different mood. In one mood, it's neutral. In another mood, it feels like an attack. 2. Assumptions. The silent rules you believe are true. People don't respect me. Nothing works out unless I force it. If I relax, I'll lose control. I always get the hard version of life. Assumptions don't feel like beliefs. They feel like obvious reality. 3. Self-image. Who you believe you are in the situation, your identity in that moment. The one who has to prove himself, the one who gets overlooked, the one who must fix everything, the one who isn't allowed to need help. Self-image decides what you allow and what you chase. 4. Attention. Where your awareness keeps landing. Attention is a spotlight. Where it goes, your world becomes that. If your attention is locked on threat, you'll find threat. If it's locked on scarcity, you'll find scarcity. If it's locked on being judged, you'll feel judged, even in neutral rooms. These 4 dials create a frame. And here's the key. Life responds to the frame more consistently than it responds to your wishes. Now, let's talk about why willpower usually fails. Most people try to solve repeating problems like this. They see an outcome they don't like. and they force a different action. I'll try harder. I'll stop reacting. I'll be more disciplined. I'll ignore it. I'll push through. Sometimes that works once, but the pattern returns. Why? Because willpower is trying to edit the last step, while the frame is still producing the same setup. It's like changing one move in a chess game, while leaving the opening position untouched. You can fight the board all day, or you can change the position that keeps producing the same trap. That's why self-mastery isn't just discipline, it's calibration. You're not becoming perfect. You're adjusting the dials that decide your default outcomes. So how do you actually do that? Here's the method. 3 steps. Step 1. Notice the frame, not the story. When the familiar problem shows up, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What frame am I in right now?" And use this one question. It's the fastest diagnostic I know. If this keeps repeating, what must I be assuming is true? Not what you say you believe. What your reactions prove you believe. If you explode when someone is late, you might be assuming, "I'm not valued." If you spiral when money feels tight, you might be assuming, "I'm unsafe." If you people please automatically, you might be assuming, "If I'm not useful, I'll be rejected." That's the cause. Step 2. Name the dial you need to touch. Don't try to fix everything. Pick the right lever. Is this mainly mood? Assumption? Self-image? Attention? If your body is in alarm, it's mood first. If you keep predicting the same ending, it's assumptions. If you keep acting small or overcompensating, it's self-image. If you keep scanning for threat, it's attention. Step 3. Calibrate, one dial at a time. Here are 4 simple calibrations, one for each dial. Mood calibration. 60 seconds. Exhale longer than you inhale, 3 times. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Put both feet on the floor and feel pressure under your heels. This isn't spiritual, it's regulation. If your body is broadcasting danger, your mind will manufacture reasons. Assumption calibration. 10 seconds. Take the assumption and flip it into a test, not a belief. Instead of, "People don't respect me," try, "I'm going to act as if respect is available." And watch what changes. A belief defends itself. A test gathers data. Self-image calibration. 20 seconds. Who would I be here if I didn't need to prove anything? Then pick one behavior that matches that version of you. Slower speech, a cleaner boundary, a simpler answer, one honest request. Self-image changes through behavior, not hype. Attention calibration. 15 seconds. Move your attention from what's wrong to what's adjustable. What's one thing I can influence in the next 5 minutes? Not fix my life. 5 minutes. That breaks the trance. Because attention is the steering wheel of the whole system. Now, a quick example. Let's say your random problem is this. You keep ending up in situations where you feel dismissed. Different places, different people, same feeling. You run the diagnostic. If this keeps repeating, what must I be assuming is true? Maybe the assumption is, I have to fight to be taken seriously. Notice what that assumption does. It makes you tense. It makes you over-explain. It makes you speak like you're defending a case. People feel that tension and respond to it. So you calibrate, not with willpower, with a frame shift. Mood, exhale, soften. Assumption, I don't have to fight. I can be clear. Self-image, I'm the kind of person who speaks once, slowly. Attention, I'm watching for respect, not hunting for threat. Now your behavior changes without you trying to be different, because you're not forcing a new ending. You're changing the beginning, and the outer pattern reorganizes around that, not as a miracle, as a response. One more tool that helps a lot, especially if you forget in the moment. Use a physical anchor. Nothing dramatic, something simple and real. A small, smooth stone in your pocket, a wooden ring, a coin, not a superstition, as a reminder of weight, of presence, of return to the cause. When your fingers touch it, it's a cue. Check the dials. Calibrate. Don't enter the room asleep. So here's your 24-hour experiment. Pick one repeating problem. Just one. Then do this. 1. Name the pattern in one sentence. Different faces, same ending. I feel, and then I. 2. Catch the frame the next time it starts. Mood, assumption, self-image, attention. Which dial is driving? 3. Calibrate one dial for 2 minutes. Not a full transformation. A small shift. Then watch what happens. Because once you change the cause, the effect has to change shape. It might not become perfect overnight, but it will stop feeling like you're trapped in the same hallway with different doors. And that's the beginning of mastery. Not controlling life, but controlling the frame you bring to life. If this resonates, like, subscribe, and share.